The music thumped through the walls of my daughter's sleek suburban home in upstate New York, laughter bouncing like echoes in a hollow chamber. Balloons bobbed lazily against the high ceilings, and the sweet aroma of chocolate cake hung heavy in the air. It was Emily's 45th birthday bash. And on the surface, it screamed picture-perfect American dream, friends mingling in designer outfits, kids darting around with glowing screens in hand. I lingered by the mantel, nursing a tepid coffee, watching Emily glide through the crowd in her shimmering cocktail dress. She was radiant, flashing those megawatt smiles, chuckling at jokes that fell flat. But something gnawed at me, a quiet unease I couldn't shake. No hug when I arrived. Emily always wrapped me in one, even during her rebellious college years when the world was her enemy. Tonight, just a curt nod, a plastic grin. Then poof, she vanished into the sea of faces I barely recognized. I hung back, invisible in my own way, observing my grandson, 16-year-old Alex, shuffling from corner to corner. His jaw was clenched, eyes darting like a cornered animal. No snacks, no chit-chat, just stolen glances at the hallway, at his mom, then at me. That kid had always been my sharp-eyed shadow, picking up on vibes others missed. And tonight, he was vibrating with tension. It hit when he brushed past me for the fourth time. I reached out, my fingers brushing his sleeve. "You all right, kiddo?" I murmured, keeping my voice low amid the party chaos. He jerked, eyes wide, scanning the room like we were under surveillance. Then he leaned in close, his breath hot against my ear. "Gran, you gotta get out of here. Right now." My stomach iced over. I stared. Coffee forgotten. "What?" Why on earth? His face paled, lips trembling. "Please, just go home. Don't ask. Trust me." I tried to chuckle it off, but it died in my throat. "Alex, this is your mom's big night. I can't just bail." He gripped my arm, desperate. "I'm begging you. Gran, leave now." Those eyes, raw terror, not some teen prank. My gut twisted hard. "Okay," I whispered. "I'm going." Relief flickered across his face, shadowed by sorrow. I grabbed my coat from the hall rack, slipping out unnoticed as selfies flashed and pop tunes blared. One last glance back, Emily giggling with her husband, David, his lips brushing her cheek. Sarah, David's sister, poured drinks, her gaze flicking my way with a smirk that chilled me. I didn't like it. Not one bit. Stepping into the crisp autumn night, the chill slapped me awake. I paused on the porch, dazed. What the hell just happened? Why send me packing? What was Alex shielding me from? My steps dragged to the car, each one heavier, like wading through molasses. Glancing back, the house glowed warm and inviting from afar, nothing amiss. But I trusted that boy. He'd never pulled a stunt like this. As I fired up the engine, a shadow caught in the rearview, Alex on the porch, arms folded, watching me drive off. His eyes screamed fear for me. My hands shook on the wheel. Something rotten lurked in that house. My daughter's house. A week earlier, Emily's call caught me off guard. She wasn't the type for casual check-ins. Usually it was recipe swaps. "Fundraiser, please." Or begging me to watch Alex for their weekend escapes to the Hamptons. But this time, her voice bubbled with fake cheer. "Hey, Mom, inviting you to my birthday shindig next Saturday. Going all out, catered dinner, cake, even a DJ. You have to be there." I hesitated. "Sure. Han. Sounds fun." "Of course it does," she snapped back too quick. "Family first. Right? Especially you." Her tone rang hollow, like a smile that doesn't crinkle the eyes. That's been Emily lately, polite on the surface, but miles away. Still, I agreed. I missed her. Even if her world felt like a gated community I wasn't invited to anymore. Come party day. I dressed up in my best silk blouse and the pearl necklace my late husband gifted on our silver anniversary. I picked up lilies and a card scribbled with memories, hoping it'd bridge the growing chasm. Arrived early, figuring we'd chat before the horde descended. But Alex answered the door, eyes widening. "You're here already?" I smiled, pecking his cheek. "Just craving some extra time with my favorite grandkid." His grin faltered, laced with melancholy. Emily swept down the stairs in her robe. Curls half done. "Mom, you're early." "Thought I'd lend a hand," I said, offering the flowers. She snatched them, barely glancing, then shoved them at Alex. "Vase 'em. Will ya?" I trailed her to the kitchen. "You look wiped." "Sweetie. Everything okay?" "Crazy week," she muttered, avoiding my gaze. "Deadlines at the firm. Stress city." I spotted David's briefcase splayed on the counter. Papers pristine, one looked like a deed or will. But I averted my eyes. No prying. "So, how's the job treating you?" I probed. She shrugged. "Same old grind." End of convo. Then, actually, "Mom, we're good here. Kick back till guests show." I nodded, retreating to the living room while she bolted upstairs. Alex flitted about, dodging my looks like a guilty secret. The air hummed with unspoken weight, the walls whispering secrets. Emily's smiles? All facade. No soul. 2 days prior, I'd offered setup help. Anything to mend fences. She paused on the phone. "Sweet. But I've got pros on it." "I don't mind," I pressed. "Just want to hang with you." Silence stretched. Then a clipped fine. "Swing by after 3. I showed with blueberry muffins and a succulent for her windowsill, small gestures in a strained bond. Emily opened the door in yoga gear, makeup flawless like she'd just gymmed. She eyed the plant. "You didn't have to." "I know," I said, forcing warmth. But I did. Tight smile. Plant discarded. The house gleamed like a model home, spotless counters, ambient lighting, soft indie tunes. "Where's Alex?" "Upstairs. Glued to his console." "David's buried in work emails." She said it sharp, like questions were intrusions. I unpacked muffins in the kitchen. "Want me folding linens or prepping apps?" She checked her phone. "Just chill. Be right back." Gone. A flickering hall light drew me loose bulb. Easy fix. But en route back, I veered wrong, stumbling near the guest suite. Door ajar. That room? Always off limits or cluttered on visits. Instinct tugged. I knocked softly. Silence. Pushed an inch. Walls plastered notes. Printouts. Photos. Red marks linking dots like a conspiracy board. Not art. Legal docs. Scribbles. Timelines. My mind reeled. Then Sarah emerged from the shadows, coffee in hand. We locked eyes. Panic flashed. "You can't be here," she barked. "Wrong turn," I stammered, backing out. She shadowed me. Smile razor thin. "Kitchen's that way." Emily was back, scrolling obliviously. My hands quivered folding napkins. I told myself it was nothing, but dread coiled tight. That room screamed trouble. I wasn't meant to witness it. Party night exploded in glamour, string lights in the yard, gourmet spreads, jazz crooning, magazine-worthy. Yet I felt like wallpaper, blending into oblivion. Guests swirled with stemware and forced mirth. No one engaged the old lady in the corner. Emily dazzled in her form-fitting gown, but her eyes were vacant pools. Alex hovered by refreshments. Rigid. Burdened. I ached to approach. But David clinked his glass center stage. Folks. A moment. Grinning wide. Not just any birthday, it's for the extraordinary woman I call wife. Emily. Applause. She took the mic. Beaming. Thanks. All. Surrounded by love. Success. Family, what more? Cheers. I've overcome plenty. Raised by a resilient mom who's here tonight. Our gazes met. I softened. Hopeful. But she plowed on, life's about forging ahead. Building fresh. Thanks to my hubby and this dream home. I've got a life that's truly mine. Clap stung. Truly mine, like I'd been a shackle. I held my composure. Breathing deep. David boomed, and shout out to me for dodging her planning meltdowns. Laughter roared. Emily eye-rolled playfully. Then he eyed me, and the birthday girl's mom, who taught her all the sass she conveniently forgot. Chuckles rippled. Glances my way like I was the punchline. Mockery veiled as jest. My insides nodded. I turned for water. Spotting Sarah in the hall, stone-faced. Unamused. Staring daggers. Later. At desserts, lovely spread. She paused. Emily mentioned you're crashing here a while. Slow reply, till things settle. Settle. She tilted. Glancing at Emily. Everything settles eventually. Right? Ominous. I dropped it. Night ramped up, booze flowed. Volume spiked. Beneath the gloss. Tension simmered. Ready to boil over. Perfection masked peril. Out in the night. Alex's plea looped in my skull. I sat in the car. Engine idling. Paralysis gripping me. Then resolve ignited. No running. Alex's terror was real, I couldn't abandon the puzzle. I backed out. Parked blocks away. Waited in shadows. Minutes ticked, 10. 20. Party raged on. Then a dark SUV crept to the side alley, bypassing the drive. Not guests. 3 figures emerged, 2 guys. 1 woman in hoodies. No gifts. Lugging a bulky, tarped load. Sarah slipped out the gate, gesturing them in. Calm. Calculated. My pulse hammered. What the? Phone out. I snapped a shaky pic. Flash betrayed me, I ducked. Heart thundering. Unnoticed. I crept closer, hedging the fence, peering through kitchen glass. Emily's voice muffled. She won't interfere anymore. Once it's handled, we're clear. Pause. David's reply, she's clueless. Too frail to connect the dots. Laughter cold. Predatory. Bow rose. She me? Betrayal sank like lead. Alex was right. He'd saved me. Now. I pieced the nightmare before it consumed me. Morning light filtered through my modest kitchen blinds. But I stared at cooling tea. Tremors unrelenting. My world-tilted daughter. Son-in-law. Their pristine life, a facade for deceit. Replaying, SUV. Sarah's wave. Emily's words. She won't be a problem. Plotting what? Against me? A timid knock jolted me. Peephole, Alex. I yanked him in. Bolted the door. He looked wrecked, red eyes. Paranoid glances. You okay? I hugged tight. He nodded. Quivering. Had to check on you. Kitchen bound, Alex. Spill. Why boot me last night? He fidgeted. Fists balled. Then. Haltingly, night before. Couldn't sleep. Down for water. Heard them in the den, Mom. David. Aunt Sarah. Door cracked. My breath caught. Papers everywhere, your name on 'em. Heart raced. They argued. Mom said push it soon, you're sniffing around. David, can't delay. Buyer's eager. If you resist. Force it. Buyer? He nodded. Selling Gramps' house, the one you deeded to Mom post his passing. Dizziness hit. Our family anchor. My husband's legacy. I never okayed a sale, I rasped. I know. They faked docs. Sarah's got shady contacts, forged your sign-off. Gave Mom power to dump it and ship you to. Voice broke. A nursing home out west. Shock numbed me. Elder scams I'd read about, now starring me. My own flesh and blood. They see you as easy prey, Alex pressed. Won't fight. Won't grasp till it's over. Tears pricked. But I staunched them. And that guest room, Sarah's war room. Charts. Fakes. IDs. She caught me peeking once. Me too, I admitted. Silence enveloped us. I clasped his hand. You saved me. Alex. That SUV, I feared the worst. Didn't know details. Just bad vibes. Smart move, I affirmed. He met my eyes. What now? I rose. Stealing. We gear up. They won't bury this. Dawn broke with fire in my veins, not dread. But fury forged purpose. I'd played the peacemaker too long, the quiet supporter. Asking nothing. Now. My daughter aimed to discard me for cash. Real estate. Escape from Mom baggage. She underestimated the storm brewing. I dialed old family attorney. Mr. Elias Grant, hubby's confidant for decades. Margaret? Trouble? Not for long. Need your expertise. Stat. Over 48 hours. Elias blazed trails, pulled originals. Cross-checked forgeries. Sarah's slip-ups glared, dates off. SIGs mismatched. Alex snuck evidence, pics, texts. A damning voicemail from David chuckling. The old bat won't twig till she's warehoused cross-country. Gold. Elias filed emergency injunctions, froze the property. Charged forgery. Elder exploitation. Fraudulent transfer. Sarah's prints everywhere. No tip-off to Emily. Kept radio silent till family dinner. She bit quick, sure. Mom. Glad you're perking up. Arrived early with Elias and Alex, tension thick. Emily air-kissed, back to normal. Huh. David poured Cabernet. Sarah texted in the dining room. I claimed table head. Plates served. Emily toasted, to fresh starts. I raised mine. Untouched. Hold up. Announcement time. Eyes on me. David smirked. Lay it on us. Elias rose. Envelope thudding. Court filings. Effective now. Asset freeze on the inherited home. Any moves? Felony. Emily blinked. What the listen up, Elias intoned. Evidence of fraud. Bogus filings. Elder abuse conspiracy. David bolted up, baseless. Alex stood. Phone out, David's voice boomed. She won't realize till she's in a care home out west. Silence crashed. Sarah blanched. Emily rose. Quaking, Mom. This isn't, I sliced, saw your war room. Emily. Heard you. Spotted the SUV. Know your scheme to erase me. Mouth agape. Speechless. I raised you. Sacrificed everything, you repay with betrayal. Door swung, detectives entered. Sarah Klein. She recoiled. Mistake. I did nothing. Arrest, document forgery. Fraud. ID theft. Emily gasped. Elias, you too? Under scrutiny. Lawyer up. David collapsed. Ashen. Emily cracked, Mom. How could you? I stood. Gaze piercing, no. Emily, how could you? Turned to Alex. Hand in his, you chose right. Relief mingled with his guilt. I walked out. Unturning. No longer just Mom or Gran, a force unbroken. Betrayers reaped their harvest.